Good morning, everyone. Today is September 25th, Wednesday. I'm going to try to do yesterday, September 24th, Tuesday's recap real quickly for the YouTube members. And I'm a little late on this one. Um, but I'm going to do it anyway. I just wanted to show you guys how I traded this day. Um, but the first of all is the day before was actually quite a trading range days. Ended up becoming a doji on the daily chart. Here's the top left corner is my daily chart. This is my 60-minute hourly chart, but RTH format, regular trading hours, and then the ETH format is S&P. This is for today. So this was yesterday right here. This was yesterday. So let me put it this way. So is Asia session into London session, and then the US session, testing the low of London and Asia, and then bouncing back up. So we're kind of in a expanding triangle yesterday, and it reversed back up, and we have a head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders pattern, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. But let's talk about this because right here is what we had on the 15-minute is here. So being the prior day, the September 23rd, which was Monday, sideways and closed within the trading range. Therefore, it's a small doji. Is we are now testing these trading range highs. When you have a trading range high like this, okay, um, probably bulls bought there with the stop here, and that's their 2R, and they kind of reached that 2R plus the top of the trading range. They're pretty much taking profit at the open with bar 1, and so it's strong bear bar, but its lower wick is, and it's got an upper wick. So what it's really doing is that it's actually trapping the bulls above the trading range, and flags fail at the top of a trading range, and this is a bull flag. Bulls reach their 2R, and then now we have a bear bar. I don't like to sell a bear bar that has a lower wick that is mile long. But you got the second bear bar, that's momentum. I'm definitely going to sell the close of that bar. So whether I sell the close of that bar or sell one tick under, right, but because the bars are overlapping, we're probably going to go sideways, but down. So there's a small gap here, and the market is trying to close that gap. So is bar 3 close the gap? Problem with that is that if you're looking for 1R, you're going to have a hard time. I'm sorry, 2R, you're going to have a hard time. 1 or 2R, you're going to have a hard time. I like to measure from here, so that was my 1R, and plus it's trading range. It's a small trading range here in the double bottom. Probably buyers are there, right? So buyers try to buy, went up and came back down and closed it. So we're continuing to come down. Now the bears are selling. I can then extend even perhaps is right there. So you have a trap there. I see something like this with bar 4 being a trap, is bull trap, is I'm going to sell. Is I can even measure if I'm selling one tick underneath bar 4, but generally sell orders are right underneath 3. So that's you're going to keep selling into 2R. Really impulsive bar coming down, rather large, but it is how many legs the market push? Leg 1, pause, pull back. Leg 2, and then here is I could see that at that moment you're not seeing any of this, so you're counting for seconds. So comes down, goes back up, and closes lower. So bar 6 could be that pause, and then the third leg. So everyone's going to actually take profit here with that 2R, but is given the bar is extremely bearish, most likely it's going to get leg or two down even if it's small. So this is a spike, this is a pullback, and it's coming down. And bar 7 is a news bar. I generally mark the news bar high and a news bar low. If anyone selling stops above, market makers, if they cannot get a breakout from the news bar low, bearish breakout, then they're going to reverse it and start to run the stops. When the stops are run, expect bull closes, then expect higher prices. We could just basically resume the bull trend or pretty much vacuum back up to the prior high. So you got a big down, big up, but really what this was a bear flag, spike, pullback, couple of legs down, wedge bottom. So I said it in the on Discord. It was my off day yesterday, but I was typing in the trade alert channel on my Discords and bar by bar reading and explaining which bar to buy, sell, and where the targets are. So is I told everyone there is a wedge bottom here and two legs down, and market probably seeing some kind of a support here, which was the trading range lows, and a huge gap here and higher low is most likely this right here is kind of impulsive selling. So we're testing there. There are bears stuck. Bears try to sell and break even. We're probably going to get back there. And we did, but we are now reversing. So you got a wedge bottom. Either you could take this high or that high. We're going to retest. Okay. And the bulls retest those highs. And then now we have a huge bull bar. Is You also have a double top and double bottom. Failure over failure is swing. You can either measure from your swing targets from here. Here's your 1R and 2R, right? But you can also go for a measured move. Is bulls are closing a strong bull bar and a gap. So we're going to get a bunch of follow through legs here, right? So I'm going for a 1R right there. So as the market gets to 1 hour, we're taking that high out, but it's just very strong. Couple of legs up. So what's happening there is that any trend should go sideways. What the problem here is this. This is very strong. So market probably is going to go sideways at least 10 bars, but it ended up more than becoming 20 bars, right? So 20 bars tight trading range, but it's probably forming is bears are trying to sell, but they're not able to get consecutive bear closes below moving average. This is probably a bull flag, not a bear flag. So you do have a bull flag here. You got 1, 2, 3 wedge bottom with 36, 43, 57. I told everyone with Brooks Encyclopedia slides that look to buy, not look to sell, but is just buy good bull signal bars, not the ones that close underneath the moving average as doji. So you gotta wait. Market came down. You can also measure how much it actually came down. What was the pullback? Was it too shallow? You can see that this right here is 66% and this is 50% pullback. So the market is kind of came down to the 50% pullback. But really what was going on here is that you got a huge move run and we're going sideways. It's really up on, let me see here if I can, yeah, pass. So here, and but how would you know this is going to come down? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the extension, right? So how would you know that? Well, you take from here and you project it there, and you can see we just reached right there, and that was the target. So I went for it, but I actually is to take profit somewhere around this bear bar. But really what the market was targeting was the news bar, okay, bar 7, because bears were still selling, probably stuck, ended up selling higher, right? So you can measure probably about 10, 15, 20 points high. So it's very close to 20 points. And or you can even count from here. They're looking for a 2, 5, 10 points. Here's 5 points they started to sell, and they're not allowing market to go higher. So we're going to come down and probably going to tag this projected target line, and which we did. We also tested, got closer to the news bar. So the bears are getting some kind of an average break even, but then bar closes very strong. Bar 61, it's not a good buy signal bar, but it's also not a sell signal bar. Probably the pressure right here mounting, and there's a flag inside a flag. So you got a flag here as well. So we're going to test the 59 high. We're going to test these micro double top 55, 56, but the bulls are trying to get back to the highs. I'm looking at some good buy signal bars, but I told everyone I don't like what's going on here. This is a tight trading range. Bar 63 is not a follow through bull bar, but the bulls are buying. But the 65 is a much better bar. If I buy 65, I'm not gonna have my stop underneath 61. I'm gonna have it utilize the midpoint of this right here with a probably a money stop. So here's market going up. They're buying the pull back. So you got a spike here, pull back in a channel up, so you could see the market actually at the end of the day uh, had a bullish breakout and try to get to that 2-hour target from the failure of a failure is swing, but we did not reach it. So if I actually remeasure that right there is put my stop there. Maybe we did. Nope, we actually missed it, but we came very, very close. So this is a job well done by is bulls try to swing this all day long into the 2-hour target. But tight trading range, so you do also have some kind of a expanding triangle here, and market reached the trend line. You can also measure from there, right? So I'm basing on this inside bar, bear bar, and I'm basing on these tops right there is, and you can see you have the expanding triangle trend line actually tested. Yeah, I mean, it's just basically a trading range. So your trading range lows are trapping the bears. And now the trading range highs are trapping the bulls. So market is right now after hours, came down from that level. So that was a breakout pullback with several legs down on the pre-market right there. This is the new session, new day. So this is the 25th after midnight. Is bears try to sell. London session. London session is always a trap session. Anytime it's going one direction, most likely it's actually going to trap you. So if you're selling, be prepared market to reverse back up to inside the Asia mid level. We reached the Asia mid level. We are closing above it. So that means we're probably going to go and test the Asia high. So is after hours is into US session is trying to reach the Asia high at the moment. And most likely we will get above is we're gonna test here, but if there are any sellers, we would have a double top possibly and then start to swing back down. So I'm gonna be today in the Brooks trade room, I'm gonna be targeting this trend line if the bears actually show up on the daily charts. Bulls want to continue to go higher. Is they try to trap the bulls here, but we seem to be making um, our way up, and we closed a bull day yesterday. Not all that great, but it's still a bull day, and market is trying to possibly get to the 5800 round number, but this is really my target. 5816 area, and then if we become very bullish, is market can continue to go up. As far as the news, not much going on is today, except there's a 10 o'clock news on Wednesday, might act as a catalyst, or we're just going to keep going up, maybe a 1 to third top, and then we're going to start to reverse back down. So we could still actually trap the bulls up here and then come back down. There's a bit of a gap here. We might close this gap. So it's still bullish. It's still trying to push higher to its new higher prices, but it's on the is on the actually hourly chart. We are fix that. We are actually testing almost is we're testing a sell zone. However, let me fix that. Yeah, that's Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, we're already here. Obviously, market is trying to get to the last week's high, which is right there. So it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the new week. So we're probably going to test last week's high. If we can actually trap the bulls there, that's great. We could come back down. But if market starts to break out from the last week's high, we're going to reach up around here. So 5800 and above is where bulls are trying to go, but the bears want to trap the bulls and start to reverse back down to right here because you got a leg one, pull back, leg two, pull back, leg three. So the leg three starting point is right around here. Market could pull back to 58, I'm sorry, 5760 area, but the buyer's probably there, and lower is only if we actually trap the bulls somewhere up here. So um, interesting day yesterday, but this whole chart was actually in the Brooks Encyclopedia, which I posted on my Discord. And you can see right here, the gap stayed open for the news bar. So I'm expecting bulls to make a new high there. So it's not that difficult. If you come into the Brooks Price Action Trade Room, you'll learn a lot of trading methods, what I'm looking for in terms of directional trading on the 5-minute chart or the 15-minute or the hourly. You can learn these tricks and just add it to your arsenal. And we trade with the RTH because it gives us a good roadmap. But anyway, hopefully I will have another recap session tonight after market close, and I'll post it on YouTube. See you guys in the Brooks trade room. If you want to join, and the link is in the description. Bye, everyone.